Hello, everyone. This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com. This is your weekly forecast for September 11th through the 17th of 2022. So I didn't get it out early enough to invite you to the full moon call again. So I am linking the replay in my blog this week. Shanta and I had a great call to celebrate the Pisces full moon, which is packed with energy. So check that out when you can. Our week opens on Sunday the 11th with Sun trining Uranus. This energy is wonderful for a little self-examination and taking action on your own behalf. Look at your habits, home situation, work, or anything else that is important to you, and look at how you've gotten to where you are. What kind of choices led here? This is a good time to look around and see how you can conserve what is useful and release that which is no longer relevant for you going forward. It's also a good energy for organizing and clearing the decks, so to speak, of things that have piled up but still need to be dealt with or released altogether. You may be feeling very practical, possibly selfish, but it's actually self-preservation, which you know I'm all about it. And so activation-wise, we have a slightly light week after a pretty intense full moon week, and probably some other goodies coming up next week. But we're going to get together this week for the Venus Circle. And this is it. October brings the midpoint in the Venus cycle. She's going to disappear from the sky, from being morning star for the last 9 months, and reappear to be the evening star for the next 9 months. So we're finishing up the last 9 months of release work in preparation for reclaiming, which is my absolute favorite part of the cycle. So Thursday, September 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern, Venus circles getting together. The theme will be Virgo in the Soul Star Chakra. We're releasing the judge archetype, that inner critic, and returning to a life made by hand, which is very important for our reclamation. So join us if you can. On Friday the 16th, Venus is going to square Mars. Now this is powerful because Venus is in Virgo, Mars is in Gemini, and warming up for its retrograde. So this is one of those pre-retrograde meetings that is pretty important to pay attention to. It's your inner sacred feminine and masculine pushing out of comfort zone and into new territory. It's time to recalibrate how you give and receive, as well as how you be versus do. It helps to know the signs and elements to consciously choose how to work with this activation. In this case, it is earth and air, our mind and body, our ideas and choices, our thinking and physical ability. Tune into how you direct your own power as well as what you magnetize and repel naturally. Anytime Venus and Mars interact, the energy has to do with your relationships, both personal and professional, private and public. Squares create the necessary tension to catalyze action. As an individual, it's time to grow, change, and integrate your own values and priorities with your own desires and passion. However, on another level, it can also activate sexual energy, as that too is the energy of creation. This is Venus and Mars coming together. If you are in a happy, healthy relationship, then it's a great energy for you expressing your love in a physical way. However, if your relationship already has tension, especially in the physical realm, then this can be a difficult energy to deal with, and the only real solution is open communication and a willingness to compromise. So good luck. Same day, Friday the 16th, Sun will oppose Neptune. So this is interesting to have these two on the same day. Where Venus opposed Neptune is about your relationships and finances, this Sun activation is more about you, the individual. And any opposition requires that we find balance in the middle. This can be a very confusing energy. You'll be very sensitive to others and their needs, as well as how they relate to you and your own needs. You may want to withdraw or not voice your opinion just to avoid conflict, feeling like it wouldn't solve anything anyway. Often, if and when you do not disagree openly, then people assume you agree, which creates more problems. You shouldn't give in to any temptation of being slick either. That will only attract more of the same to you. If you're feeling unsure of yourself or your position, you may think it is easier to give in to another person's demands when you really should stand up for yourself. Self-preservation is not selfish. It is necessary. So try to avoid playing the victim. Be honest and upfront with anyone demanding a confrontation at this time that you would rather gather your thoughts and discuss things later when you can articulate your side of things better. By then, this energy will have passed. Be aware of deception, both on your part and or the part of others trying to deceive you. Your discernment is not its strongest under this influence, so it is best to be still and quiet until the energy passes. Take this time to do some spiritual inner work. So deep breath. That is tremendously supported by the Mercury retrograde. And as always, with Neptune involved, I encourage you to check in with your own boundaries. Make sure that they are hemp or bamboo, super strong, super breathable, and super flexible. We don't want brick walls where we don't know what's going on, and we don't want to be so open that everything going on overwhelms the system either. But Neptune can bring up the illusions and delusions, and Sun is all about you. So things that we might need to face up to and own in a certain way, or maybe there's some work on the dream that needs to be done. Taking some time out to really flesh out your ideas instead of skimming the surface or just talking about them. It's time to put some certain things into action that you can, while keeping in mind there are some retrograde planets, so that always limits action as well. Now, the last thing I want to talk about this week is the Cracking the Ancestral Code class that I'm doing with Yeye Louise Satish. This is huge, y'all, and I have heard from many of you saying you want to learn more about how to commune with the ancestors. Level 1 is for you. Please consider joining us. It's going to be 6 Sundays starting on September 25th weekend and going through October 30th weekend. So if your Sundays are available and you're wanting to do some ancestral work with a master teacher, master guide, Yeye is amazing and very well versed and internationally well known. She's part of the Council for Ancestral Reverence, an author of umpteen books, I can't even count them, and is still going strong. And so this is the best time to jump in. It takes us right through ancestor season, and you learn how to do your reverence properly. As much as I've been working with the ancestors all my days, I mean, really literally since I was 18 years old, I have learned that there are certain things that can be done better. Let's just put it that way. There were some protocols that I needed to understand better. It's great to go on intuition and instinct, and it's great to be self-taught in certain things, but it's even more amazing when you have a master teacher guide like Yeye Louise Satish. So please consider joining us if this has been on your agenda to learn more about your own ancestors, because she really goes deep, y'all. She helps you figure out even the things that our families don't want us to know. When spirit gets involved and the ancestors are awakened and you have been invited into your life, you start getting answers that bypass the humans that are alive and well in your life right now. It's actually funny and fun, and you learn so much. And then it builds your confidence as well with your own goals and dreams and the things that you're doing, feeling like you have the support. Many of you have been with me a long time, so you've heard me say the ancestors are my board of directors at work, my council of elders at home, my cheerleaders and confidants when I'm starting something new. And they're my, basically my medicine keepers when I come back from the Shadowlands or from the underworld or from something hard. They're there for the good times, they're there for the hard times. And eventually you cultivate your own language so the confirmations you need are instantaneous. The practices that you learn, you're going to hold on to for a lifetime. I just love this class. And so I don't want to go on and on too much, but think about hopping on to Instagram Live Mondays and Wednesdays. Yeye is on there talking about all kinds of goodness. It's 9:00 Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And I try to be there for everyone this month in case she calls me on to answer some questions. My responsibility is the lunar tools and being the resident astrologer. But I'm learning just like you all. And so I hope you consider joining us and hop on that Instagram Live over the next couple of weeks and ask some questions if you have any and join the conversation. All right, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic week. This is Kelly Beard of Karmic Tools signing off.